Okay, so my trading journal for April 12th, 2022. So first trade I took today was PTE. I missed the first opportunity because I would have liked to go long here. And ride it back up to the high, but I missed it. So I was just waiting for another opportunity. Saw it bouncing off the 50 EMA, and I figured it's gonna start holding the 50. So I kind of went small, not that small, but I got in here, and I'm expecting the 50 to hold, and so it bounces off it again. These two candles right here I wasn't going to get in to begin with, but these two candles show me it's ready to bounce. And so that's kind of what did it for me. And then as it's holding, bounces off here again, I realized I probably need more shares. It's not, it's my first time trading a stock at this price, so I wasn't quite sure how many shares I should buy. But once I buy here, it puts me at 10,000 shares. And as it starts to go up, I'm expecting a real small move. I'm not going to even let it try to test 44. My target is going to be lower. So in order to make it worth my while, I need more shares. So I decided to buy a bit more here. I couldn't buy as much as I wanted to because I ran out of buying power. So these are 3 buys. Really wish I just was able to buy one time, the right time, probably here. But that's how it goes. I get better as I trade more stocks at this price level. But yeah, it starts to run up. It has struggled at 43 cents, but it did finally hit it. I was happy once it did because I thought it was gonna not hit my target. My limit order was already sitting, just waiting to get hit. It jumped up to 44, but it was just a brief second. And so that was the original price target. I wanted 44, but due to the previous recent trades I made on these type of stocks, I've learned, like, for one, I need to have my order already submitted because these things could run pretty fast and I don't want to miss it. And 2, they tend to kind of make their high, and then on the second or third push they don't quite make it there. So I don't want to set my target too high, like at 45, which I think would have been a pretty good target. I just set it at 43 and it got hit, so happy with that trade. The setup on this, I give it a C plus. My execution, I don't even know. Like, aside from buying the stock 3 different times, I did follow my plan. So I guess it's a pass. My entry gets a freaking F or a D. I give it a D because I bought so many times, but I bought at decent places. Here, and here is not too bad. Yeah, an overall trade, I give it a C plus, B minus. Yeah, so that's that. So VERU was the next trade I took. This is from the watch list from yesterday. I was too scared to take it here. I actually wanted to take it here. The first my first short. I wanted to take it here, and my plan was to ride it for just a quick pop exit. But it's on short sell restriction, so I wasn't able to get in. And then I thought about getting here, but I was too scared. I'm thinking stock's probably going to start acting stupid and reversing. But yeah, so the next opportunity came here, and I'm thinking I don't necessarily want to buy here, but since it's on short sell restriction, I kind of have to get in a little early. I'll put my order in early just to make sure I get in, because if it starts breaking down, it may not give me an opportunity because it may not come back up. So I felt like I had to get in early. I wanted to trade the break, but I wanted to wait for it to confirm below the level. I kept a tight stop, and because I didn't want to really play with it too much. It was either going to go or it wasn't. And once it started to come back up here, it hit my stop, I was out. That was it. So I would have to say the setup on this is just okay. C, execution A, or execution of pass. My entry, I guess it's okay. It's not too bad. C. I just wanted to be safer and trade it on a confirmation candle. But the overall trade on this, I give a C. So it's a loss, but it wasn't too bad. I traded small. And just when I think I'm done for the day, I saw this stock, so I traded this a few times. And it looked like it was about to spring back up right here, so I decided to enter because the VWAP was kind of holding. But this was a bit of a wild stock. I probably should have waited for a safer setup. But once it bounced here, I'm thinking, all right, well, now the setup is happening. I thought it was going to happen on VWAP, but it could be happening on the 20 EMA. So I wasn't able to see it earlier enough to get it where I wanted to, but I still was able to buy it here, which was a little, given how whippy this stock is and how volatile it is. I should have got in with a smaller size. But yeah, I bought here. I realized I didn't buy enough shares, so I bought more here. So I'm buying at an area I'm not too comfortable with. So I should have. I mean, given the size, I wasn't comfortable with it. If I had a quarter of the size, I would have been fine, because I would have allowed it to retest the 20. But since given the shares I had, I'm thinking it's ready to rip. I put my stop pretty tight. Now that was probably the biggest mistake, because I put my stop, I don't know, 1050 or so, not 1030. So it didn't have much room to work with. But once again, I'm just going for a quick pop and I'm out. So next candle starts, runs up, hits my target, and I'm done. So that was a nice trade, even though I gave myself unnecessary anxiety because I had my stop real tight. But I couldn't afford for it to run against me because I was in, given the amount of size I was in. So that was that. So one loss on this, one winner on this, and man, I wish I got in early, because I would have been able to possibly, had a full 1.5 move on this, but it's okay. So the first trade to grade it, I would graded a C on setup. I got in a little early though. I should have waited for it to close, but I got in before it closed. I was a little too excited. So it was looking real nice at one point. but the last, I don't know, 30 seconds is sold off. My entry on this, C. Execution A, overall trade C. Now this trade setup B, entry D, execution A, overall trade C plus, B minus. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Those are all my trades today. So I made up for yesterday. I lost a couple hundred yesterday. I was able to make a couple hundred today. And yeah, hopefully there's better opportunities because these stocks sucked. So hopefully better opportunities tomorrow. That's it. Deuces.